You know what I get more of, man? I get more people asking me about our breakup and you know, obviously it started with Perk being traded and
No. It started with Pose, man.
Pose didn't come back right. Danny
Pose
didn't re-sign Pose. I kind of, right, when you really think about the whole thing, because you're supposed to bring back a championship team so it can defend this championship. So, you know, when we came back and we saw new faces and Pat O'Brien's and, you know, guys who wasn't there with us during this, you know, that wasn't battle tested, you know, made me just think about everything. But, you know, just talk, I want to talk about that. We've never obviously talked about it early, though you was probably the youngest out of all of us. You know, I think Pose went, then Perk, you know, then Baby, and then obviously all of us. As you're sitting back watching all this, what are you thinking?
I thought about disloyalty.
Right.
You know, like I said, I feel like they gave us a fair chance to bring everyone back.
Right.
And those guys were key to our success. You know, you can't just take certain guys out and expect to put certain guys in.
Right.
You know, San Antonio does a great job, but other than that,
Right.
I think we had a formula that was successful, and we went away from it.
Plus on how we was built too. You know, when you take players out, I'd like to think that you make parallel players or players that fit that system. And you know, my thing was I didn't feel like some of the players going forward fit our system of what we had.
It wasn't about the system, it was the personality.
Right. It was though. It's the character.
You know, when you look at the personalities, when you lose a Perk,
TA.
unfortunately, you lose a
Right.
Tony Allen, a guy who brought grit. We lost all our grit. Posey, you lose grit.
Right.
Eddie House, more grit.
Right.
And then you try to patch the holes up with glue.
Right.
Doesn't work.
Right. Perk, tell me about your, I know it was tough for all of us, man. One of the toughest days in my life, and you know, it's
man,
basketball. That was
hurt.
Denver, bro. I would never forget Denver. That was one of them nights where we all went through it, and it was a very emotional night. Probably one of the toughest games I ever played too, bro. Talk about, you know, just that day, and you know, obviously a new opportunity for you to go and play with a younger OKC, but you know, leaving something that you had helped build, you know?
Man, it was hard, man, because, you know, I was drafted in Boston. So
that was kind of your first time going through something
yeah,
like that,
that
right?
was 8.5 years, man. So I went through the first 4 years of, you know, it was ups and downs. We made the playoffs, and then my fourth year, we lost like 18 in a row. We was the worst team in the league. Boo, okay, we make the trade. Here come Big Ticky. Here come Ray. Baby, the rookie, Rondo, that came to his own. We get all the other point guards out. We like Rondo here. We already got the truth. Okay, we got a squad.
Right.
All right, we cracking. For the next 4 years, we on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We setting records. We doing our thing. We trying to win at least 9 out of 10 games. We got a family. We linking up off the court. We holding each other accountable. Well, to the point where Doc ain't even have to say nothing. We policed ourselves. It wasn't no fines. If it was a you know, a guy that didn't fit, we called him out, whether he liked it or not. And guess what? A fight went with it. You know what I mean? A fight went with it. So I mean, if you weren't rolling with how we was rolling, or you weren't buying into our system, it's just what it was. And man, when I got traded, man, I was like, man, this hurt, man. So I was like, man. The hardest thing was going by each one of y'all rooms, man, and coming hollering at y'all before I had to go get on the plane. But at the end of the day, it didn't hurt too bad because for the simple fact that I had developed this chemistry with y'all, man, this family, this unit, and after we won that ring together, it was like a bond that at the end of the day, basketball is a job. Yeah, you love it, you get paid, and you play to win, and you play for all the accolades you could get throughout your career, but at the end of the day, you know, basketball is a job, but the form of brotherhood, man, that goes past that. And winning championships and going through battles and stuff like that, it was the brotherhood. So it was like, man, I'm leaving my boys, man, I don't know what to expect. So I'm like, man, I'm watching y'all every game. Every game I can catch, I'm sitting up there watching. I'm watching y'all against Miami, Eastern Conference Finals. I'm telling everybody, hey, man, that's who we about to play. They about to get them, you know what I mean? Get them ticket. They like, dang, who you with? You in OKC? But when I get to OKC, man, I'm like, I'm wild. Because I'm like, dang, I get there now, I'm only 27. But I'm the oldest guy on the team. So I'm like, besides Nick Collison, oldest guy on the team. But now you got like a young KD, a young Russ. A young James Harden. It was Serge Ibaka. So they called it a college. And the reason they called it a college, because they practice every day. I'm talking about back-to-backs, They practice.
Who's your coach then?
Scotty Brooks.
Oh, okay.
Great defensive-minded coach. I think you'll love him.
Right.
But they practice every day, and I'm like, hold up. I ain't used to this. You know what I mean? You know, with Doc,
Right.
we go on a 12 to 20 game win streak, man. We might not practice for a month. You know what I mean?
Right.
Doc might not, but we putting our work in. We might not practice, but everybody in the gym. But it hurted me, man. But at the end of the day, it was like the crazy thing. I had no hard feelings because it was like, man, I got all love for my brother. So like, when I started seeing when Baby went to Orlando, I was pulling for Baby like, okay, Baby, I see you got you a nice contract. Okay, cool. I see P and Ticket. Okay, they dip, they go to Brooklyn. I'm like, oh, they cracking. TA go to Memphis.
Right.
I'm looking at Rondo. He the last of the dying breed over there. I go over there and play him. He like, man, I got these young guys, man, and I'm trying to. Now it's coming back on me what I gave to everybody else. They giving them the business.
Culture.
But he was doing this thing because now every guy that I talk to is like, man, hey, man, Rondo is a great leader. All the young guys, that's all they tell me. You know, from KD to whoever, man. Perk, you came in and showed and changed the organization. But I learned this from y'all.